Welcome back to the second part of As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. If you've listened to the first part, you already know. Your thoughts build your life. Now, in these next chapters, we go deeper. You'll discover how thought affects your health, your purpose, your achievements, your dreams and visions, and finally, how to find serenity, the calm power that comes from true understanding. Listen with an open mind, and let each word remind you that peace, success, and happiness all begin within you.
Chapter 3. The Effect of Thought on Health and the Body. The body is the servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of thought, whether those thoughts be deliberate or unconscious. At the command of fear, it trembles. At the command of confidence, it stands firm. At the command of joy, it glows with vitality. A body built on calm, cheerful, and pure thoughts becomes strong and graceful. A body filled with worry, anger, or envy becomes weak, tense, and sickly. Doctors may treat the body, but lasting health comes from harmony between body and mind. When the thoughts are peaceful, the nerves relax, the breath deepens, and energy flows naturally. Sick thoughts will express themselves through a sickly body. A life of bitterness or gloom can create disease as surely as poison. But when the mind holds to love, forgiveness, and gratitude, it builds up the tissues, strengthens the heart, and brightens the eyes. Many suffer because they do not guard their thoughts. They feed the mind with worry, jealousy, and resentment, and wonder why the body feels heavy and ill. A sour face is not caused by chance. It is the shadow of the thoughts behind it. When a person begins to think rightly, he starts to live rightly, and health returns like sunlight breaking through clouds. Clean thoughts make clean habits. Calm thoughts make calm nerves. Happy thoughts make a cheerful spirit which shines through the face like morning light. Think of the mind as the master artist and the body as its canvas. Every thought leaves a stroke, a mark, a colour, until, over the years, the picture of your health appears. If you wish to renew the body, begin with the mind. Wash it clean of fear and guilt. Feed it with hope and courage. Rest it in peace and self-respect. Then, even without knowing how, you will begin to feel stronger, clearer, and lighter. A pure mind cannot dwell long in a weak body, just as clear water cannot stay muddy. This concludes Chapter 3, The Effect of Thought on Health and the Body. Next, we move to Thought and Purpose, where we discover how direction, focus, and vision give thought its true power.
Chapter 4. Thought and Purpose. Until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. The aimless thinker, the drifter, changes his mind as easily as the wind changes direction. He starts much, finishes little, and wonders why success never comes. Just as a ship without a rudder is tossed by every wave, so is the man who lives without a purpose. To think clearly, you must first decide what you live for. When your thought has a goal, your mind becomes steady and strong, and your energy begins to flow in one direction instead of scattering everywhere. Purpose gives thought its edge, and thought gives purpose its shape. When you fix your mind on a worthy aim, you draw power from within you that you never knew existed. Doubts fall away, distractions lose their pull. Even obstacles begin to look like stepping stones. But when you drift without purpose, you are easily broken by every disappointment. You envy the strong and the successful, without realizing they too began with thought, a clear, steady purpose they refuse to abandon. He who has conquered weakness and indecision has conquered failure. A man should set before him a clear ideal and make that ideal the center of his thought. It may be to serve, to create, to learn, or to love. Whatever it is, let it be pure and uplifting. Then he should devote himself to reaching it, without fear, without haste, without doubting his ability to grow. The world steps aside for the one who knows where he is going, but it resists the wanderer who doubts his own path. Those who live without purpose are slaves to passing moods, fear, pleasure, and habit. Those who live with purpose master these moods and use them to build something lasting. Say to yourself, I will be what I will to be. Hold that thought, not once, but daily. Let it settle deep into your heart, and you will feel it guiding your actions. Purpose is power in motion. Without it, thought is like light scattered in the fog. With it, thought becomes a focused beam, clear, sharp, unstoppable. This concludes Chapter 4, Thought and Purpose. In the next chapter, we'll explore how the secret thoughts of the heart reveal themselves openly in our lives, for nothing remains hidden in the long run. Chapter 5, The Thought Factor in Achievement. All that a man achieves, and all that he fails to achieve, is the direct result of his own thoughts. In the hidden workshop of the mind, we build both success and failure, strength and weakness, courage and fear. A noble and successful life is not luck, it is law. It is the product of right thinking, patient effort, and an unwavering purpose. Just as the plant grows according to the seed, a person's achievements grow according to his thoughts. You cannot plant thorns and expect roses. You cannot think weakness and expect strength. There is no progress without discipline. Achievement demands that we guide our thoughts just as a craftsman shapes his tools. He who would accomplish little must sacrifice little. He who would accomplish much must sacrifice much. He who would achieve greatly must sacrifice greatly. Behind every great success story is the same silent power, a mind that has learned to focus, to persist, and to rise again after failure. The difference between the dreamer who only wishes and the achiever who creates is found in one thing: the control of thought. The person who cherishes a vision, who holds a noble purpose in his heart, will one day realize it. But it will not come through daydreaming or mere wishing. It will come through effort, through patience, through the steady discipline of thought. Dreamers of the past, the poets, the scientists, the inventors, each saw something beautiful in their minds before the world saw it with its eyes. They built inwardly before they built outwardly. They disciplined their thoughts, and the world rewarded them with creation. A strong man cannot help a weak one unless the weak man is willing to be strong. Even the best advice cannot lift a person whose thoughts keep pulling him down. To rise, one must lift his own mind first. No man can rise above the level of his thinking. He can climb only as high as his vision reaches, and he can fall only as low as his thoughts sink. This is the unbreakable law of achievement. Your outer success will never exceed your inner growth. You may gain money or fame for a time, but if your thoughts are small or selfish, your achievements will crumble like dust. True achievement is rooted in service. In truth, in the steady belief that what you build within will one day appear without. So train your thoughts to be clear and steady. Hold fast to your vision. Work with patience and faith. For as surely as night follows day, you will become what you think, and you will achieve what you believe. This concludes Chapter 5, The Thought Factor in Achievement. In the next chapter, we turn to visions and ideals. How the images you hold in your mind become the very blueprint of your life. Chapter 6, Visions and Ideals. The dreamers are the saviors of the world. The world moves forward because someone, somewhere, dares to imagine something higher, something better, something beyond what is. The visible world is sustained by the invisible, and behind every great achievement, there was first a dream. The oak sleeps in the acorn, the bird waits in the egg, and in the highest vision of the soul, a waking angel stirs. Dreams are the seedlings of reality. Your dream is not a waste of time. It is the blueprint of your destiny. But dreaming alone is not enough. You must protect your vision, nurture it with faith, and feed it with action. The world will test your resolve. Doubt will whisper that it's impossible. Circumstances will try to wear you down. But if you hold your vision firm, through failure, through criticism, through darkness, it will shape your life as surely as the seed becomes the tree. Dreamers who let go of their vision fade into routine. Dreamers who stay true to it become builders, leaders, creators. The greatest discoveries, the most beautiful works of art, the inventions that changed history, all were once quiet visions in a single mind. People laughed at them. They called them foolish, unrealistic. But time proved their truth. Cherish your visions. Cherish your ideals. Cherish the music that stirs in your heart, the beauty that forms in your mind, the loveliness that shapes your purest thoughts. For out of them will grow delightful conditions, heavenly surroundings, and a life as serene as your dreams. If you remain true to your vision, the world cannot hold you down. You will become what you inwardly love. If you have remained pure, if your thoughts are strong and steady, you will rise to your vision, just as surely as the sun rises each morning. To desire is to begin. To dream is to see the path, but to work with patience and faith. That is to make the dream real. A calm, focused dreamer will outlast 1,000 restless wishers. He builds quietly, steadily, day by day, turning invisible thoughts into visible form. One day others will call him lucky or blessed, but he will know the truth. His success was first built in silence, in the secret chambers of the mind. You may not realize it now, but your dream is your compass. Guard it, feed it with love, and never doubt that it has power. As you dream, so you shall become. As you think, so you shall create. As you believe, so you shall live.